Welcome to our presentation on SOCAS Strategic Plan. We will begin with the vision and mission statement.
So let's start by defining what a vision and mission statement are. A vision statement is what is the company's goal? What are they trying to achieve? A mission statement is what are they doing to achieve that goal? So SOCAS doesn't have an official vision and mission statement written out, but when you do click on their website, you're greeted with a video by the CEO, Elliot Hurst. And in that video, this is what he starts with. Our goal is to be the digital marketing platform for radio. So we can clearly see that this is the vision statement because they're telling us what is the company's goal. He then follows this statement with, our team has built a next-gen platform which allows you to engage with your audience, market contests and promos, and manage your website databases all from one dashboard. So we can see that this is their mission statement because they're explaining to us how are they going to achieve their goal. So when it comes to proposing a new vision and mission statement, we believe that their original vision statement is already perfect. It is very straightforward and clearly defines what the company is doing. Now, their mission statement is on the right track because it is describing how are they going to achieve their goal. But when you continue the video that is on their website, CEO Elliot Hurst goes into extreme detail as to how they're going to accomplish this vision. The problem with that is it isn't too much detail. So what we suggest is that we take all that and we sum it up in a package where it clearly defines how they're going to accomplish the mission without going into too much detail. So here's our proposed mission statement. Our team has built a next-gen platform which allows you to engage with your audience, market contests and promos, and manage your website databases all from one dashboard. SOCAS is dedicated to helping radio to take the lead among digital content producers by leveraging their unique core strengths and applying its data-packed content and advertising platform to drive audience engagement, touchpoints, and revenue. So you see, we went into a little bit of how they're going to do it, but not without going into too much details in the background information, just to give the customers and clients an idea of how it's going to be done.
Hello everyone, my name is Natalie. Today we're going to be talking and giving you guys more information about the company SOCAS. SOCAS is a business-to-business company. Usually their target market is radio broadcasters. They provide content to their partners by providing them licensing that's known as the SaaS model. They get permission to access our platform to create content to engage their audience. The product SOCAS provides to their partner is SOCAS Web, SOCAS App, and SOCAS Ads. Also, additional tools like podcasting, video streaming, live streaming, and voice recording. So they can create more content to engage their audience and, target more audience. So for the external audit, we conduct an external audit that will help acknowledge opportunities for our company and also identify potential threats that can affect our company. So one of the opportunities that we discover is partnerships. We can attract more partners to align with our company. Technological advancement is also really important, and it's help us like company to provide more product to our partners. Also, social media has increased drastically in the last 5 years, so it helps and enables companies to target more customers and attract more customers to their company. Rise of internet usage also is an opportunity because people are spending a lot of time using the internet to search for information, create more content, you name it. They use internet a lot, so that's a opportunity also for us. Changing consumer preference. This is like people are preferring more online-based product, so that helps us target them more easily. Threats. Threats can be economical downturn. As we know, economical downturn can affect every company. Also, emergence of new entrants, technological advancement and rapid pace. That means that our company has to keep up frequently with changes in technology, technological troubleshooting. Pardon me. It's because like our company is based mainly on internet and it's dependent on technology. So if there's a troubleshooting in technology, it will affect our company immensely. So for the PESTEL analysis, we research on political, economical, social, technological, environmental, and legal on Canada. The political system here in Canada is very good. We are a democratic country. Toronto provides incentives, and the tax rate allows company to be more successful. Economical, Canada is doing amazing. We have financial stability, and we're a mixed economy. Social, Canada population growth is growing, and the internet usage here in Canada is very high in comparison to other countries in the world. We're technological advanced as a country. Environmental, we're sustainable. We're like looking for more ways to become a more sustainable country. And legal, there's a lot of law that support businesses, but also supports the customers. So for the Michael's Five Borders model, we conducted also this external method. So it shows that bargaining power of customers and the threat of new entrants on the market is really high for us as a company. And the other ones that are rivalry among existing competitors and bargaining power of suppliers are very low for us. And threat of substitutes is medium for us as a company. Because threat of substitute is medium because our business model is completely different in comparison to other digital marketing agencies. For the EFE matrix, the EFE matrix we conducted giving rates and calculating the weight average score. So after conducting this, the average weighted score for our company was 3.36 a score. So that means that our company is doing very well on the market. And for the CPM matrix, we use SOCAST, as we know is our core business, but we use two other main competitors for our business is Hotsuite and Vipology. Those are the two main competitors for our company. We compared their weight average score, and our company seems to be doing better than them. But it shows where we can improve our system to become even better. So thank you. Now I'm going to pass my word to Sam.
Based on the internal audit, value chain analysis will be used to determine the competitive advantage SOCAST Digital has within the industry. So for primary activities, inbound logistics, SOCAST is constantly doing research and development on broadcasting preferences of their customers and how they want to pursue their advertisement over their platform, as well as different ad messages they would like to do, and different options they would like to have on their user interface. For operations, SOCAST has teamed up with a company, IFC Ads, offering digital advertising solutions to customers. So this company helps them build their advertising platform for their customers. And the company constantly looks after their application for any bugs and problems by doing updates and fixing whatever that needs to be fixed on the software. So for outbound logistics, the final version of SOCAST app and SOCAST web is tested for quality, for any problems or glitches or anything. And customers must sign a 3-year contract, paying a month-to-month subscription to own the software, to own a copy of the software. So for marketing and sales, The use of social media is one of their main platforms of advertisement. Sales team also contacts different radio stations explaining their product, what they do, and any deals that they have, and the benefits that that SoCast Digital will bring to them, as well as SoCast offers demos where radio stations can try before purchasing the subscription. So a demo will be offered to people who are willing to look into the software and purchase it, as well as service. When SoCast Digital is purchased, customers have access to the web app and advertisement platform. And SoCast also has 24/7 client support with excellent training techniques. The client support will teach employees in the radio station on how to use the software towards their benefit. And for the support activities, procurement, monthly rent for the main office in Toronto is paid on a month-to-month basis. Purchasing inputs includes office equipment such as computers, database software, and CRM software, security monitoring system, and internet servers to run the company, as well as utility costs such as water, office cleaners, electricity, air conditioning, which is also paid on a month-to-month basis. Technology development, R&D. The company is constantly finding new ways to advertise more effectively, as well as coming up with more advanced options in broadcasting and interaction from radio stations to their viewers, as well as human resource management. Hands-on training is offered to new employees at the company, how to use the CRM software and how to CRM software to store customer information, as well as maintain relationships with the customer. And last but not least, the firm infrastructure. SoCast runs on a line organizational structure where authority flows from top to bottom, and each head of the department has total control over their own department. And for issue analysis, so the main threat is the threat of new entrants is due to high technological advances in the industry, such as software advertisement and media broadcasting. This poses an issue to the company of new companies starting up that can go against SoCast and take their customers. SoCast should focus more on R&D on different competitors and consumer trends to improve their software, and this will eventually help SoCast be ahead of their competitors and be up to date with innovation, so they can have a head start in the market in creating a new platform or upgrading their platform into something much more beneficial to their customers.
Hello everyone, and my name is Nicole. I'm going to be talking about the strategic alternative solution and also the recommendation for SoCast. In the strategic alternative solution, we have used three matrix. We have used the space matrix, the BCG matrix, and the grand strategy matrix. In the space matrix, we is used to have an idea of the recommended strategy. So in the space matrix, with the financial position, the stability position, competitive position, and also industry position, the best strategy for us to pursue is the aggressive strategy. So the aggressive strategy means that we have achieved financial strength, and also we have achieved the major competitive advantage. So the best strategy to pursue is aggressive strategy. In the BCG matrix, we have to invest more in the SoCast apps and also the SoCast web premium player. That's if we invest more, they have the chance to become stars in the future. In the stars, we have SOCAS apps, SOCAS ads, SOCAS web, SOCAS stream, and SOCAS analytical tool. This is the products that are leading and innovating in SOCAS. And also we have the cash flow. So in cash flow, we have the SOCAS web. This tool gave us more revenue and more profit. And the one that we need to remove or have no growth is the SOCAS podcast. And the last strategy and the brand strategy we have in quadrant 1, we need to keep concentrating in the SOCAS web, the SOCAS ads, and the SOCAS stream. Competing ineffectively is SOCAS apps and the SOCAS web player, as we discussed also in the BCG matrix. We need to do a drastic change in podcast, in the SOCAS podcast and the SOCAS voice, because right now the market of SOCAS in podcast is saturated. So, and in the high cash, we can see that stay and still is the SOCAS web. So, in the recommended solution, in the strategies, let me change the slide. We have 3 strategies. In the 3 strategies, the first strategy is to expand, or SOCAS need to expand their product and invest more in the apps. So with this one, we have to find new alternative or new methods to keep developing more ideas and more strategy to acquire more partners and to increase revenue. We can take advantage of the technology changes that are coming and brainstorming on new ideas. Like right now, the application that's trending is TikTok. We can brainstorm something in TikTok or the hiding method application or technology areas. Also, we want to invest more in apps. Like right now, no one's is without a smartphone. So we can target to develop more application and reaching more partners in the SOCAS app, investing more. In strategy 2, we have to expand in other province. Right now, SOCAS is only Toronto based or Ontario based. So we want to target or expand to 3 provinces or one of these 3 provinces. We have conducted a research that shows us that 3 provinces here that are booming in radios are SOCAS, are British Columbia, Alberta, and Quebec. So we can expand in one of those provinces. And strategy 3 is target small business or other areas. We can help with the SOCAS stream. We can target small businesses here in Toronto or entrepreneurs that need help to target more customers, or they want to use stream to, have a more how you can say social media present and acquire more customer to their company, and due to that we can acquire more partners for our company and increase our revenue and customer portfolio. So I'm going to pass my word to Alex. Thank you so much for your attention.
My name is Alex, and today I will be discussing the implementation and action plan for SOCAS. So the very first strategy that we have is that SOCAS should expand in digital products and investments. For example, in order to successfully create a large marketing platform through social media, it is crucial that the marketing department have at least 1 social media specialist. So this will provide the rest of the company with information on current trends in social media, such as TikTok, and when to penetrate the market. Having a social media specialist on the marketing team will also benefit the R&D department because they can gather information from them and see what needs to be done before the product is launched. So for example, before they launch their TikTok account or before they launch a new line of services for radio broadcasting, they can contact the social media specialist to ensure that they know exactly when to penetrate the market and which platform to use for that penetration. Through the creation of an app and penetration of new social media platforms, SOCAS will be able to reach a larger audience and generate more revenue, which is obviously what we want as a company. So penetrating other platforms is so crucial because SoCast is currently using Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. TikTok and other social media accounts can be created for free, and business accounts on the app can pay a fee in order to promote their page. I know that's very specific for Instagram, but I'm sure it applies to other social media websites as well, and the social media specialist can actually look into that for them. And this is optional and is not a necessary step to expand digitally. So they can always just make a public regular Instagram account. They don't necessarily have to make a business account, and they can still grow that way. The only added cost SoCast will have in addition to their current business expenses is the addition of this social media specialist who will report to the marketing manager, who will discuss the findings with the information technology team, so the IT department. And then the average salary of this position is approximately $30,000 for an entry-level position, and this will be the added cost for the new employee and will provide a lot of benefits to the team overall. So the second strategy is expansion across Canada. So specifically expanding to British Columbia, which is the second highest number, the highest number of radio broadcasting in Canada, Ontario being the largest. SoCast is currently available in Ontario, but SoCast is leaving a very large market of possible consumers in other provinces. The cost to locate a small office or even have a few representatives in different provinces is high. But as I mentioned, since British Columbia has the highest number of radio broadcasters, it is a good idea for SoCast to have a representative in that province to start making marketing initiatives. This would be a good investment for the customer because BC has 151 public and private broadcasters. These are potential clients for SoCast. And as we are a small business, it is really important to try and expand globally within our country, especially because we're only in Ontario. It is important that the R&D department research the most active month where people are listening to the radio in BC, and then a few months prior to that target month, SoCast should relocate a couple of their current employees to BC as a pilot project. If they're able to reach at least 10 new clients in 2 months, they should create a permanent team there before expanding to another province. So the best investment at this time would be to send a sales representative, as well as a sales manager to BC for the first few months as just a test to test the market, see if there is a market for them, and if there is, then they can permanently land there. And then in terms of costs, the plane fare as well as the accommodations will cost SoCast approximately $50,000 over 3 months, and this is an effective solution as opposed to setting up a new office there with several employees, which would be much more costly than a couple staff. So moving on to the very last strategy, which is the third one. So SoCast targets small businesses in Toronto. So now we've reached out to British Columbia and we've created new platforms on social media as well as the possibility of creating an app. So now we need to target smaller businesses like ourselves in Toronto. So what does this mean? So we should start targeting smaller businesses, and this can be done by targeting smaller radio stations or entrepreneurs who work from home. Especially now working from home is really big. So this would be a great time to capitalize on people who don't have an office space and people who do all of their work from home regardless of the situation that they're in. One area of entrepreneurship in broadcasting is podcasts, which is a quickly growing market. SoCast can reach out to small podcast creators and sell them their SoCast system, which will make content creation quicker and more effective for entrepreneurs who are doing it all themselves. And then through a membership, clients will be able to create a larger audience and even talk about SoCast on their podcast to reach new potential clients. SoCast could pay small businesses a small fee to mention their system on their platform. This could also be as a discount from their membership, or include a short advertisement of 30 seconds within their podcast. That should be about $3,000 in advertisement that SoCast could pay entrepreneurs. And then this will cost SoCast thousands of dollars if they reach over 10 new small businesses. However, the growth and possibility of new clients will surpass the cost, because if they're getting new memberships every single time, let's say they reach 5 out of the 10 clients and 5 people go for that membership, that will completely surpass the small fee that they paid for that advertisement through the podcast. Once again, like the other recommended solutions, they will help grow SoCast, and by reaching out to other small organizations, small businesses can also help each other. So it's like a win-win situation. SoCast will benefit, and then so will the smaller businesses, because now they're attracting a larger audience because they have a well-run system. So now we're going to move on to the control and evaluation mechanism.
Let's discuss how these strategies will be controlled and evaluated. Each strategy will have a specific team behind it to ensure that it's going to achieve its goal and then it's on track of doing so. Now, the first target or strategy, SoCast expansion in digital products and investments. In order to do so, SoCast will have to add new features and design to the application. This can be done with the help of the current web and app designers. They will then send the report to their marketing manager as well as the social media specialist. This is very important because the marketing manager's job is to ensure that the IT designs and features are very effective marketing tools and not the other way around. Now, once that has been established, that is when sample surveys will be sent out to the public to gather feedback to see what are the strengths and weaknesses of the product. Then, with that information, prototyping phase will begin, where the prototype will be sent into a small market to gather more information to attempt to perfect the product as much as possible before sending out to the public. Once that's been done, the product can be finally sent to the public while still gathering information and feedback from the clients to see where improvements can be done. The second strategy of SoCast's expansion across Canada, a strong research and development team will be needed. This team will report to the marketing manager as well as the customer support team in order to tell them the ideal time and location to make the move. As was mentioned before, British Columbia consists of the highest amount of radio broadcasters. A small sales team as well as a sales manager will be sent there to set up camp. They would then report bi-weekly to see how well they are getting traction on the potential 151 broadcasters that are available to do business with. At that point, the sales team will analyze the information and assess to see if they are able to get great traction or not. They will send this report higher up in the company hierarchy and able to justify this expansion. The third and final strategy of SoCast targeting small businesses in Toronto. The sales team is going to be responsible to be selling these products to the small businesses, while the research team will be in place to see what are the specific businesses in specific regions that should be targeted. This research team will then send this information to the marketing manager, which he or she will then give the green light to proceed with these targets. The progress of the sales team will be reported and sent to the marketing manager to ensure that they are on target with achieving their goal. They will then assess what are their greatest challenges and assets. The marketing manager will then gather this information in order to better their tactics for the future. Here we have our balanced scorecard. We've separated into 3 different perspectives. The first one is the innovation perspective. This is related to the first strategy of implementing new features and designs to the products. The second one is the marketing perspective, which again, this is related to the second strategy of expanding as much as possible across Canada. And the last one is the market share perspective, which is associated with the third and final strategy of doing business with small business owners. Now, each of these perspectives have specific objectives and goals associated to the appropriate objective. For example, the innovation one has the increased sales of digital products and app downloads by 10% by the end of the year. Each of these goals are appropriate to the specific perspective.
Thank you for listening to our presentation. We hope you enjoyed.